49 indeed. Never heard of such a number for a house. Yes? Forgive my boldness, sir, but wooden leg or no wooden leg, you are this child's last surviving relative. Her father named you as guardian in his will.
Yeah, I don't dispute that. I merely point out that this house is a shrine to paleontology. There's no corner in it for a small girl or her nurse.
We require 2 rooms, that is all. Some of these stones could go to a museum.
My fossils? In a public museum?
This has got nothing to do with fossils. If you don't want the child, you should say it straight out.
But she'd be miserable here.
My parents are dead. I'd be miserable anywhere.
Smilodon popularis. Why don't you just stick a knife in my heart?
They're all magnets for dust, and that big cat was plain unpleasant.
It's a saber-toothed tiger, Nana.
Yeah, look at that.
Armadillo skeleton.
I keep a pack of women in this house. There isn't one of them about anywhere when they're wanted.
Oh, darling, gone. We weren't expecting you.
Oh, ship sank. Iceberg.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, what have you got in the bag?
Surprise.
Let's hope it's not another fossil.
The world is full of entrancements, woman. Not all of them are made of stone.
A baby?
Found it. Floating on a lifeboat. Both parents drowned. Awful bloody shame.
A baby? Appearing just like that, what will people say? Have you no regard for your great niece's reputation?
Well, I'll put a notice in the Times. Professor Matthew Brown adopts entirely unrelated child.
But come on.
I thought women liked babies.
They like babies that are in good order. Babies with names.
Oh, well, I thought perhaps Pauline.
And surnames.
Fossil.
And it's not as though we'd got an empty room to put her in.
You don't mind, do you?
Come. I came here with nothing once.
That's the spirit.
Where are you actually going?
It's Siberia. I'll bring you back a souvenir.
No, not another one.
Red Cross Hospital outside Vladivostok. Mother died when it was born.
What about the father?
Salt mines. Worked to death. Awful bloody end. Yet they called it Petrova. Needs feeding up a bit.
It's to be hoped this one has brains. It's easy to see who's going to be Miss Plain in my nursery.
Dearest niece, another small fossil from your great-uncle Matthew.
Daughter of a dancer. Mother has no money and no time for her offspring. She sends a pair of ballet shoes enclosed.
He says, I regret not delivering the child myself, but I ran into a friend about to leave for the Galapagos. There's enough money in the bank to last you for 5 years. P.S. Child's name Posy. Unfortunate, but true.
Ballet shoes, indeed. Change of clothes would be more useful. Or a feeding bottle.
To the little fossils. Turquoise for Pauline, pearls for Petrova, coral for Posy.
Make the most of it. It'll be the last we hear from him for quite some time.
I bet Gum had a car. Only a man with a car would have bought a house at the far end of the longest road in London.
Garney said he used to come and go in taxis. Wish we could.
I'd be happy if they let us get the bus.
The Professor may have had his faults, Petrova. Might I remind you he had but the single leg. You 3 have got a full pair each, so you can save the penny and walk and be thankful. The Rockefeller family, we are not.
At least you get to go to school.
I still have to do lessons with Garni and take an extra walk at lunchtime every day. If I have to look at the dolls' houses in the museum one more time, I shall be sick.
That's enough, Miss Madam.
All over my outdoor shoes. Then I shan't be able to go anywhere.
We've had more fuss from Miss Posey about her education. Cromwell House is out of the question, isn't it?
It's not just that I can't send Posey to Cromwell House. I'm having to take the other two away. I have to give notice to Clara. There's no money left. Nothing in the bank at all. I'm so sorry.
Why are you apologising? Not news.
Isn't it?
Been looking through situations vacant in the papers.
I didn't think you'd notice.
I brought you up. Notice everything.
The trouble is, Nana, unless somebody advertises for a paleontologist assistant, I'm not qualified for anything.
There's a way around everything if you stop and think.
I finished my fractions.
Already? They were the hardest in the book.
She'll have to sit there quietly with her magazine. You can't be setting any more sums. You've got to go to Selfridges and get those eiderdowns.
Petrova, darling, would you go? You're only reading.
Good afternoon.
I like your car. How are you finding the acceleration?
Terrific. 0 to 40 in about 3 minutes. Is your mother at home?
Oh, we haven't got a mother. It's all right. You don't have to say you're sorry.
How do you do? I've just come about the room.
Oh, do come in. Forgive me, I was trying to clean a fireplace.
I don't know how long I'd stay. I've only just got back from Kuala Lumpur.
Well, there's no minimum agreement.
This is nice. Put photographs on here.
Good afternoon. Have you come about the rooms?
With particular regard to shells and smoking. I'm Dr. Smith. This is Dr. Jakes.
Do come in.
Rather smart. Very nice aesthetic. Come in.
Nana said you might need this.
Oh, how kind. Thank you, my dear. Well, we both had lengthy careers in academia. It all adds up to quite a lot of books. Most of them hers. I specialised in Shakespeare. Dr. Smith is a mathematician. Where do you go to school, child?
We don't. Garni, our guardian, teaches us from home.
Good God, that must be dull. Although it is quite an adventure, having relatives by accident. Such a unique name.
Fossil. I suppose it is.
I always thought Smith was such a beast of a moniker. Try doing anything remarkable with that.
And heredity is such a burden. I mean, if I made the name Jakes worthwhile, people would think it was because of my grandfather. Who knows what you three might achieve?
You ought to try to do something for your country. Fossil looks splendid in the history books.
What do you think she meant by history books? I'm not sure. I suppose they meant giving some sort of service to our country.
We ought to make a vow.
A vow?
To our country?
A promise. To ourselves. Like this. Put your hands on mine. We three fossils vow to put our name in the history books because it is uniquely ours and ours alone, and no one can say it's because of our grandfathers. We vow.
We vow. We vow. Posey!
Ow!
You didn't. What's that?